What is it? Ma'am, during the last session, you did not explain the tables of random numbers kind of sampling. Ma'am, why do you sound so boring today? Because I took the boring dose. Ma'am, please take it. Let's do this. Yes! Woohoo! Sup, I'm Mahira and welcome to Mini Money Mastermind. In the last video, you might have thought that I missed out the kind of sampling called the tables of random numbers. But actually, I am creating another video on it. This one. The table of random numbers kind of sampling method was actually first recognized or mainly chosen of Professor Tippet or LHC Tippet. Now, this Professor Tippet had created his own table of random numbers, but what he actually done was a little different. He had taken the census report from probably British or England, I'm meaning UK, United Kingdom, as he was a British citizen. So he took 41,000 something digits, around 41,000 digits, and he randomly took them from the census report and put them on as a table. Now those 5-digit numbers were all that he wrote. And now you'd ask, how would it work with 5-digit numbers? Now let me explain it to you in a little different way. Well, that was his perspective of Big View. How did he create it? But how did we use it? So let's see. Now, it's better to be explained with an example than with no example. So let's take an example of a batch of 70 students. So yeah, these are 70 students and some of them are gonna grow up to be engineers and the rest doctors. So anyways, I want to pick a random sample on their grades so that I can study which one is managing better, PCM or PCB. So now, what I do is I think that a random method would be better than a non-random one. Because here in a random method, there is an equal chance of every student getting selected. But if I take a lottery method, there's too much time wasted in creating chits and typing names. So I thought of tables of random numbers. So first of all, I assign each of these students a number from 1 to 70. Okay, now these students have been assigned their numbers, maybe written on their hands or in some other way, but all of them have a number now. So then what I take is that I suddenly choose a number from Tippet's table. Now you're saying, Tippet's table? But wasn't he like an old guy from the old days? Because I might have not mentioned it, but he was from the 1900s. So yeah, but technically Tippet inspired the world's first random number table because there they follow Tippet's example, but in a way that's more modern because Tippet had taken around 41,000 digits from a census report and grouped them into random numbers, which were of 5 digits. So what they did was they created a and by they, I mean we people, okay? So we people created a random number generator, which uses an algorithm for producing random numbers. So technically, nowadays, you not just use a table. You just use a random number generator, which will take from a list of thousands and thousands of numbers. It'll take just one of these and show it to you. So For example, I got 185092. 18509. Sorry about the two. So if I get 18509, technically, how will I get to know which student is there? Because my numbers are either only one digit or two digits. Now it's according to me whether I should choose one digit or two digit. Now, if I take 1, the first number of this, then technically there are lots of outcomes which could result in 1. So 2 digits are better than 1 digits. For example, if a sample I say is of 7 people, like 1 out of 10 kids. So then what I have to do is that I will take 7 times. So out of these 7 times, once I can take a 1-digit number because that's a fair square. So for example, in this time I take 1. So the first child will be taken. But the second time I get 17052. So I take the 17th kid. But what about the rest of the numbers? They are simply ignored. Okay, so we gotta know about this. But what if I get something like 84529? Well, that time I'd skip the other numbers and take the 8th one. But still, what if the 8th one is already taken? Then, as it's above our level from 1 to 70, we just ignore it. We come on to the next number. So this is the table of random numbers explained. If you have any confusions, then you can simply watch this video again so that you can clear them out. So anyways, let's do a little quick summary of what we've learned. First of all, tables of random numbers are a type of random sampling in which we take a random number generator in the modern times and just generate a number which is of 5 digits. Number 2 is that in the old times, Professor Tippet, the person who created the most broadly used table of random numbers, actually had created a table of random numbers taking 5-digit numbers from the census of England. So anyways, third thing we have to remember is that in case we get the same number again and again in our report, we simply either take its first digit or, how many digits we can take backwards and remove the forward digits. So if there is no way out, like we've already, like in the example I showed 70590, I'm just taking an example here. The batch of students, for example, have already incurred the 7th one and the 7th one. So here I just ignore the number. So that is it. If you're really confused in all this number and digit mix, just watch this video again and again. It'll make you know it really better. So thanks for watching my video, and this is Mini Money Mastermind of Mahira saying goodbye. And anyways, remember to like this video, subscribe my channel, and share this video and this channel with your friends and family. Now you must be thinking why I didn't answer the last question, because this is a part of the previous video and I'll tell it in the next video. Oh, such a long wait? I don't think so. I'll try my best to upload it as soon as I can.